doing okay. Spider Paul here with some banging books for you to take a look at. Monkey Man Drummer 23 came over because I have a lot of duplicates of the Amazing Spider-Man from back in the 90s that he's interested in, and he has a lot of stuff from mystery boxes that he gets that he doesn't necessarily want. So we trade. So we did that recently, and I got rid of some books that were just taking up space and picked up some things from him that I didn't have. I have a collection on Witchblade that runs from the first issue through like the mid 30s, and I grabbed this one for him. This is issue 45 and about an 8.5. Just to throw it in the box with the rest of my Witchblade stuff. And you know I like Batman, so we had The Joker's Apprentice, which I hadn't read. Grabbed that one. And another Batman I got, and this was strictly a cover buy, because it had a virgin cover with the combination of Batman and the Joker. And I think this is Detective 1000. But I have the book downstairs. I've read the book. I just didn't have that cover. And he threw in some Green Lantern for me. This is a Green Lantern reprint trade paperback. I have some Green Lantern. I've read Emerald Dawn and some of the bigger storylines, Blackest Night, stuff like that. I'm not a big Green Lantern person, but he threw that in, and I'll take a book if you want to give it to me, especially if it's a cool character. We got some Micronauts, which I didn't know much about. I remember the Toys series coming out, so that's Micronauts 28. Read that, it was okay. And he threw in a Wonder Woman 750. I have a couple of issues of Wonder Woman, not much. I did like the Wonder Woman Superman crossover book that they did for a while. I got that whole run, so I figured I would check that out. Also grabbed Sword number 1 with a Terry Dodson variant cover. Thought that was pretty cool. A little bit of a tear here. I don't know if you can see it, but still not a bad cover. And grabbed a variant on Invincible Iron Man number 7. I've been reading Deadpool for a while. I don't have a lot of the earlier books. I have a couple here and there. So he had his Deadpool number 3 from 97 in a fairly high grade. That's about a 9.2, I would think. I get into some of the cooler stuff. Got some 70s Iron Fist, number 13. And I don't have any Iron Fist. So grabbed that. And then I saw a team-up book, Power Man and Iron Fist, number 63. In about an 8.5. And number 99 in the mid 7s. One other virgin cover I saw that I thought was pretty cool in a series that I'm reading is Strange Academy. I forget which issue this is. I think it might be 3, but it was a virgin. It's a cool cover of Doctor Strange. And the last thing I traded for, I've been building up my Star Wars a little bit, and he doesn't really collect Star Wars. He had Star Wars number 11 in a 9.6, so I was able to add that pretty nice copy to my small but growing collection of slabs. Now, I'm going to throw a question out there to you guys. Two men can know a little bit more about Star Wars than I do. I was recently in one of my LCSs, and they had a copy of Star Wars #1 from '77, which is the first appearance of Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, all those guys. The shop, from what they were talking about, seemed to think that it was worth a ton of money. It was a low grade, and it's not the original #1, I don't think, because it's, instead of a 30-cent book, it was a 35-cent book, and it had the Whitman diamond up at the top. So I'm thinking it's a Whitman reprint, but I don't know that much about it. And if it is a reprint, is it worth hundreds of dollars? Is it worth tens of dollars? Let me know in the comments what you think, because I'm curious to find out about this thing and see if that's going back and digging out of the bins if somebody hasn't already grabbed it. And speaking of the shop, while I was there, they had some stuff set aside in a box that I was digging through. And I had shown in a previous video, I got Ghost Rider #2 from the second series. I found Ghost Rider #1 from that series. It was about 20 bucks. The first appearance of Danny Ketch as the Ghost Rider. And it's a pretty clean copy. I'm thinking it might be at least a 9.0. We'll see. Was really happy to get that. And the other thing I found was X-Men #28, the first appearance of the Banshee. So for about 20 bucks each, I grabbed both of those. This one is a lower grade copy. I think this is like a $700 or $800 book in high grade. It has a spine split over in this bottom corner that's a little more than an inch. So I don't know the grade on this. I was looking at things, and it might be like, I put it as a 3, it might be like between a 2 and a 3. The spine split does bang it down a bunch, but the cover itself is pretty clean. The corners are pretty good, and there's no dings or dents or creases or anything that I could see that jumped out on it. So I'm thinking 3, but tell me what you think. I'm just getting this grading stuff under my belt and figuring it out. I know part of it's science, and you look for this and look for that, and it puts it in these different grades, but part of it's a little bit of an art, If it's got the spine split and it's an inch or an inch and a half, but the cover presents really nice, what does that do to the grade? Let me know what you think. I'm interested to hear your comments and get some input from the rest of the community. Take care, guys.